A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, a press conference in Beirut turned contentious after Tom Barrack, the U.S. ambassador to Turkey and special envoy to Syria, made comments that many have deemed offensive to local journalists. The incident occurred following Barrack's meeting with Lebanese President Joseph Aoun on Tuesday, where discussions focused on the disarmament of Hezbollah. As reporters clamored for questions, Barrack admonished them to act civilized and not to behave in an animalistic manner, a statement that has since ignited a firestorm of backlash across Lebanon and beyond. The tension escalated when Barrack addressed the journalists, stating, "We're going to have a different set of rules. Please be quiet for a moment." He further warned, "The moment this starts becoming chaotic, like animalistic, we're gone." His comments, perceived as patronizing, suggested that chaotic questioning was akin to the problems plaguing the region, which many found deeply offensive. The Lebanese presidency quickly distanced itself from Barrack's remarks, expressing regret over what they termed inadvertent comments made at their podium. In a public statement on X, they affirmed their appreciation for the hard work of journalists and media representatives. However, this did little to quell the outrage. Lebanon's information minister, Paul Morkos, echoed the sentiment of regret, stating that Barrack's comments were inappropriate and disrespectful towards media representatives at the presidential palace. The photojournalist syndicate took to social media to label Barrack's remarks as a direct insult, emphasizing that they set a serious and totally unacceptable precedent. They demanded an immediate and public apology, firmly rejecting any attempts to downplay the incident. Moreover, the press editors syndicate joined the chorus of condemnation, calling for a public statement of apology from Barrack and even suggesting a boycott of his future visits and meetings in Lebanon. The Union of Journalists in Lebanon condemned Barrack's comments as reflective of an unacceptable arrogance in dealing with the media, demanding accountability and an official apology. The backlash reached the political sphere as well, with Ibrahim Mazawi, a lawmaker from the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah, labeling Barrack's comments as a blatant insult. He urged the Lebanese government to summon the U.S. ambassador for reprimand, indicating the seriousness of the situation. Critics of Barrack's remarks have pointed to a broader issue, suggesting that they reflect a colonial mentality that persists in diplomatic interactions with the Middle East. Mohammed Hassan Swiden, a Beirut-based columnist, remarked that Barrack's comments serve as a reminder of how some in Washington view the people of the region, framing their actions in derogatory terms. This perspective, they argue, perpetuates a cycle of misunderstanding and disrespect between Western diplomats and local populations. As the situation continues to unfold, the U.S. Department of State has yet to issue a response to the calls for an apology. The incident has sparked discussions not only about diplomatic etiquette, but also about the broader implications of how Western officials engage with the media and the public in the Middle East. The demand for accountability and respect for journalistic integrity remains at the forefront of the discourse, highlighting the delicate balance that must be maintained in international relations. In conclusion, Tom Barrack's remarks have not only drawn ire from journalists in Lebanon, but have also ignited a conversation about the treatment of media professionals in diplomatic settings. The calls for an apology reflect a collective demand for respect and recognition of the vital role that journalists play in society. As Lebanon navigates its complex political landscape, the relationship between the media and foreign diplomats will undoubtedly remain a topic of critical importance. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.